Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this double cut crease palette makeup look inspired by Makeup Alley and LSG Makeup. They are amazing. Go follow their Instagram and social media and YouTube down below. I will link them in the description box. This was super fun. It took a little bit of time, but I'm really happy with the outcome. Let me just get a little closer so you guys can see this. If you'd like to see how I achieved this look, continue watching. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I did my brows off camera. I did one brow, my full-on glam brow. I used the Kat Von D Super Brow Pomade, and then I also used the Urban Decay Brow Blade to get the little fine hairs on the inside. And then I cleaned it up with the Sephora Collection Make No Mistake Concealer underneath. On the opposite brow that we're going to be doing that palette on, I just glued it down with some clear Elmer's glue. I did about 5 layers of that and let it dry in between each single layer. So I'm going to start off doing the glam eye before I get into the makeup palette on this side. Sound good? Great. Glad we're on the same page. Glad. What I use for primer is this Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Eye and Lip Primer. This is one of my jams or whatever. So we're gonna take our ring finger and just pop this over. And right now we really only want to focus on the front of the lid, like the inner corner of the lid. I'm gonna take a little piece of tape and I'm gonna look really dumb putting this on and having this on for the majority of this eye look. But thank God we're only doing the one eye, so cool. You wanna make sure that it is completely flat, so that way it doesn't lift when you're applying your shadow. I mean, if a little bit gets underneath, that's fine. We can clean it up with some concealer. But as of right now, this is kind of how you want it to look. I'm using the James Charles X Morphe palette today. I've just been obsessed with it since I've got it, so this is what I'm going to be using. And the first color that I'm going to go in with is called Spooky, the black. We're gonna go straight in with black. And I'm going to take the Morphe M456 brush and we're gonna go ahead and go in with that. Now with this, I wanna pack this right in to the crease, the inner corner crease. Normally, I would not go in with black right away or use as much black as I'm using right now, but we are going to be blending a few other colors and then cleaning it up and removing some of that black afterwards. So, going in with the same brush, M456, that came with the James Charles Morphe brush collection. And I'm going to go in with the color 10% off, which is this kind of brown right here. It looks a little bit orangey on camera, but it's more of a brown orange, I guess. Burnt. Kind of a burnty orange. I'm not great at describing colors, so read me in the comments if you want about it. My life is going to continue moving on. Very lightly brush this on, blending it in with the black, outward and upward. I don't know if you guys can see this really well, but this is what I have so far. It's going to look worse before it looks better, so keep that in mind. And remember to bring it on the inner corner, almost on the bridge of your nose almost. So I'm just taking this Q-tip and I'm wrapping it in this makeup wipe. And going like this kind of. And I'm just removing some of that black from the actual lid, not the crease, just the lid. It's okay if it looks a little sloppy, because again, we're gonna be cleaning this up. It's never gonna look perfect right away. Do not give up if you're getting frustrated. So it should look a little something like that. Now I'm gonna take the M224 brush and I'm going to carve out the crease with the Jeffree Star Drug Lord lipstick. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee first. This is a face paint brush that I got for Christmas, so instead I'm gonna go in with that. So it should look a little something like that. And we're just setting that with flashback. I'm gonna use another face paintbrush to put on the Sydney Grace liquid eyeshadow in the shade Warm Weather that I got from a friend for Christmas. Thank you, Erin. Just on the bottom. You do want to work fast with this because it kind of dries down. The Sydney Grace cream eyeshadow kind of dries down pretty fast. So you should have something like that so far. So I'm going to take this Morphe 250-1 eyeliner brush and I'm going to go over the Jeffree Star, the Jeffree Star, fuck. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of NYX glitter glue, and so I'm going to press this over the rose gold. This glitter is by Sephora Collection. I got it, I don't even know when, but it's the Sephora Collection. It's in the shade Glitter 1. That's a very, very creative name. Okay, now it's time to remove the tape. Wow. And that's what we should have right there. Go ahead and prime the other half of the eye. And the reason why you want to do this afterwards is because when you remove the tape, it could remove some of that primer and then leave some sticky residue, and then your shadows won't lay down as nicely as you want them to. So now I am going to take the Morphe 431 brush, this little kind of precise brush here, and I'm going to go in with the shade called You're Kidding. And you want to stamp this as close to that white cut crease part as you can, and we're gonna bring this crease out this way. Bitch, we are going to unleash our inner artist, Tere or whatever. I'm going to take the M431 brush, again a clean one, and I'm going in with the shade 518, which is this orange shade, and I'm putting that right above the red. I'm going to use my color switch and kind of erase some of this, and then I'm going to go in with the color Escape. Okay, now we're going to go back in with another makeup remover, clean off the lid again, do another cut crease. So this is what you should have so far. About. And now I'm going to clean that. So then I'm just going to kind of blend this down a little bit, and then I'm going to cut it again with the Jeffree Star Drug Lord lipstick that we just used, just so that white goes all the way through the entire look. So you just want to make sure that we are getting this white all over the lid. So this is kind of what we should have going on right now. Next, I want to create a wing. So we're going to use this shade, we're going to use the Stroke of Gorgeous felt tip eyeliner in the shade Nautical. Just because I feel like it'd be a fun, you know, to add more of a blue-green color to this. Now I'm gonna go over that blue liner with a silver one, not over it, but like just to outline the line. Actually, I think I am gonna go over the whole thing with it. Alright, so now I'm gonna curl this lash and apply some mascara and apply some lashes. I'm using some roller lash by Benefit. And I'll be right back with lashes. This is it with no lash. and I'll be right back. And we're back. That's how it looks with the lash on. That's basically the completed look for that side. So for this side, for this eye, we're going to draw out a little palette around the eye before we start going in with our foundation. So that's the kind of the shape that we want for the palette that we're going to be doing. So now I'm going to start with my foundation. I'm going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm going to put that everywhere except where the palette is. I'm going to wet my sponge. I'm going to use my tried and true Born This Way foundation in the shade Warm Beige. I want to make sure that's nice and mixed together, and start buffing this in, blending this in with the sponge. I do use a lot of foundation because at the end of the day, I've got a lot of dark circles. I'm a man, dark spots rather. And I just want a nice, flawless finish. So tell me about you. What's your favorite foundation? Why don't you leave a comment down below and we can see what everyone's using these days. Maybe compare, maybe try a new foundation that you've never tried before. I've really been interested in trying the Giorgio Armani foundation, but a bitch is broke. Like, I mean, I'm not broke, but a bitch is not rich enough to be like spending that type of coin, honey. We're just not there yet, okay? For concealer, I am going to be using the Fenty concealer in the shade 300. It's one of my favorite concealers right now. I also really like the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. That's also a tried and true if you like a drugstore, a little less expensive. And really brighten the under eye. Go down the bridge of the nose. I like to go over the Cupid's bow. And then chin and the forehead. Obviously we're leaving this eye out because we're gonna be doing the palette there. And I leave the eye to blend out last. So now I'm gonna come up here, highlight, and we're bringing this all the way to the cheek. Right up underneath the eyeliner. Now I'm turning it around for the inner corner. Now I'm gonna set, I usually set with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock Translucent Setting Powder. So that's what we're gonna use today. Before I go into the forehead and set that, I like to take the other side that doesn't have any powder on it and just re-blend in case we got any creases while we were doing our under eye, and then go ahead and set that. Even though I have a beard, I still like to kind of carve out my cheeks with the setting powder. Making sure they're as even as can be. Sometimes my beard is not even because I don't go to a barbershop, I do it myself. So sometimes they're a little bit uneven, which would make everything else uneven, but don't have time for it. If a bitch is sitting there clocking you like, oh my god, like, that is not 100% symmetrical. I 100% don't give a fuck, bitch. What's that? Fight me, bitch. Just setting the rest of the face. Ever so lightly. Coffee break. Do you guys like coffee? Do you like tea? Like, what do you like? I personally am lactose intolerant, but I still sometimes drink milk. If there's no soy milk or almond milk available to me, I will drink a 2% or a low-fat milk. Sometimes I will drink a lactate-free creamer, which I'm doing today because that's all I had available. But tell me about what you like to drink, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. What do you like to drink? Besides alcohol, you fucking lush. So I really want to use a really light concealer for the palette area. I'm going to use this mini beauty blender. We're going to wet she. She needs to be wet. She needs to be moist, rather. She's dripping. She came through dripping. Drip, drip. Came through dripping. Drip, drip. Now I'm going to be using this tiny ass brush and this NYX Photogenic Studio Concealer in the shade CW00. And this is going to be the color for my palette. And we're just gonna blend this out. On camera it looks okay, but in person it looks kind of ratchet. Speaking of ratchet, my Snapchat name is HeRatchetRight. You should go follow me, bitch. Go follow me, bitch. Pause this video, go follow me, come right the fuck back. Thanks. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set it with a setting powder. We're gonna need a black eyeliner. You want this to be kind of thin because we're gonna draw more shadows. I'm gonna go back to the rest of my face here. I'm gonna dust off the baking powder that I have underneath this eye. I'm using the Hoola bronzer. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in the shade Mahogany. For blush, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shades Peachy Love, which has Nectarine, Ginger, and Miami. That's all three of these shades here. I like to mix them all together. Mix them all three together. Tap off the excess. The NARS Orgasm Loose Powder Illuminating Highlight. And you know what? I'm gonna mix that with some of the Anastasia Amrezy. We're loving Anastasia today. Highlight the nose, highlight the cupid's bow, highlight the ears. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the Morphe E62 brush just to contour my nose a little bit. Excess powder here. Now I'm gonna do the under eye over here. And that's kind of what we want there. For lips today, I'm gonna use a mixture of Jeffree Star Leo and the Fenty Beauty Unbuttoned liquid lipsticks. Love this color. A little bit of the Unbuttoned by Fenty. It's gonna give that really pretty ombre effect. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Amrezy and just highlight the bottom. Just like that. I'm gonna set now. And then fan, bitch. Yeah, add that paint to the face. Now this doesn't have to be neat, it's a palette, okay? And there you have it, guys. This is the final look. This is the final palette look with a double cut crease. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram at Jeremijah Shezia. Also, I have another Instagram for my professional page, which is at SladeXShezia. You can also follow me on Snapchat at HeRatchetRight. I will link all those down below. Thank you so much for watching. And please subscribe to my channel. This is new to me. Please bear with me with the editing, with the lingo, with all that stuff. Thank you so much. See you next time.